So real estate has become one of the hottest assets in the past year, and today we're going to be talking about why.
If you're new here, my name is Nav and I'm a real estate agent from Toronto. I started this channel to create inspiration and guide millennials to success. We talk about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Make sure to hit the bell, the like button, and the subscribe button to keep up with the latest content.
So I'm sure you've seen it all over the news. It's constantly talked about everybody. Real estate everywhere has been extremely hot, and I'm from Toronto myself, so we are witnessing almost a 25% price increase year over year. The average home now in Toronto is now costing over $1 million for a single dwelling detached home. Well, I'm sure many of you guys are curious on exactly why is this happening. So we're going to be starting off by explaining something that's very frequently talked about, and it's called inflation. Now, I want to just rewind back 4 years ago, because in the city of Toronto, we actually saw this exact price action happen in 2017. And so many people are starting to think that we're going to see a repetition of the year of 2017. But I want to make this very clear. In the year of 2017, we saw tremendous amounts of growth in real estate, but it was because of specifically foreign investors. Foreign investors were coming into the city and pouring in all of their money into real estate, buying up everything. And then when the government stepped in and introduced a new tax, we of course saw a huge dump in the prices. It was pretty much a bubble pop. But are we seeing this again here in Toronto? Well, actually, we're not, and let me explain why. The price action that we're seeing now in today's age, in 2021, it is not because of foreign investors. It is specifically because of all this money that's being dumped into the economy. You see, with all this economic uncertainty and the government pumping in new grants, new small business loans, all of this free money that they're providing monthly, during this uncertain time, people are rather buying hard assets like real estate instead of holding that cash, because they know that the cash is being devalued and there's a better place to put it. So we are not seeing a repeat of 2017. We are seeing something brand new here, something that we've actually never seen before. It's money that's being dumped into the economy and then being redumped back into real estate. So that really just explains reason number one of why we're seeing all this price action, and it's specifically because of the amount of money that's being dumped into the real estate market as well as the economy. You want to picture it this way, and I actually mentioned this in the previous video of mine. Imagine a bunch of cash was just thrown into a helicopter, and this helicopter just flew across the city and just started raining money. And everyone's collecting all this money and they don't know what to do with it because, they're worried. And so why not buy real estate? It's a home. You can make income from it. You can grow equity. And if you don't need this cash right now, might as well park it in the safest asset that exists on this planet. So yeah, it's very clear that reason number one is inflation. But that actually brings us to the next reason real estate has been very hot, and it's construction costs. The cost of construction has gone up tremendously. And we're seeing costs of single pieces of wood that have increased over 300% in pricing over the past 12 months. It's now more expensive to develop. It's harder to acquire the materials because most of it is either sold out or backlogged. And if you are obtaining the materials, well, then it's a lot more expensive. So you're spending more to build. And when developers are spending more, they're also going to charge you as a consumer more when buying a brand new home. Now, if new build homes are increasing in pricing because it's more expensive to build homes, well, then of course, we're going to see some price action in the resale market as well, because is it affordable to buy a new build, or should you rather just buy a home that already existed? Doesn't matter, they're made of the same materials, and if one goes up, the other one will go up as well. So just to simplify that real quick, construction costs and inflation, but not just those two, but that brings us to the third point, guys, and it's interest rates. I've talked about this in previous videos, but I like to repeat it every single time someone asks why the real estate market is so hot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a 50% discount on interest rates. It used to be 2.5% to 3% for an interest rate on a mortgage, where now you can get an interest rate as low as 1% all the way to the highs of 1.5% to 2%. That's over a 50% discount on your interest rate. And that could save you hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars on your monthly mortgage. Now, the beautiful thing about real estate and investing in properties is that majority of your purchase is leveraged. So if you're getting a better rate on that leveraged portion, of course, we're gonna see a lot more action because so many people are gonna be so much more interested in buying real estate. So now we got more money in the economy because it's raining money at this point, and it's also cheaper to leverage. It's almost like a double win for the investor. Guys, I love talking about this topic. I talk about it almost every single day. But there's also one more very important piece. It's a very common conversation that we have. It's all over the news, is that in Toronto, we have a pretty serious housing issue. So we don't have enough homes for people to rent. We also don't have enough homes on the market for buyers. So we are seeing so many buyers fight over a single property. Many don't believe this, but the reason why they don't believe we have a housing issue is because they always forget about the Greenbelt. Now, the reason this can affect the real estate market now and in the future is because we don't actually have enough places to build on. Everyone really wants to stick around the core of the city, but it doesn't work like that because we don't have enough land in the core of the city, and the Greenbelt runs right through the middle of the city. So you end up either buying in the core of the city where we're all crammed in and there's real estate's hot and the prices are extremely high and there's nowhere to build, or you move up north like somewhere like Blurry, where it's about an hour away from the city. And that is exactly why we have so much dead space in between Blurry and Newmarket. So the next time you think about whether you should buy real estate in Toronto or not, just remember, you're buying with the intentions of a long-term hold, 5 to 10 years. And if you were to think we have a housing issue now, then imagine the housing issue we're gonna have in 5 to 10 years with this Greenbelt running right through the middle of the city. This is why we have so many foreign investors who are also buying Toronto real estate, is because they understand this and they're always playing that long-term game. Now, the federal government of Canada just introduced a brand new tax for foreign investors who are investing in Canada because we're seeing so many of them. Now, we haven't seen them yet, but they're coming because the borders are closed. So if you think things are hot right now, immigration has been frozen for the past year. And when immigration starts, and we expect over 400,000 immigrants come to the city every single year, most of them come with money and they're ready to buy real estate within a year or two of them arriving here. So we're gonna see a lot more price action. And if you were to ask me what my opinion is on the market in the next 6 to 12 months, we're very bullish on the Toronto real estate market. We always have been. And if anyone knows the key fact about Toronto real estate is that you almost double your investment every 10 years. And I never try to time the market. I always want time in the market. It doesn't matter if you buy at the peak or not. There's no such thing when you think long term. And there we go, guys. That is exactly why we're seeing the real estate market so hot, specifically in Toronto, and of course, all across North America. If you guys enjoyed content like this, make sure to hit the like button, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button. We got more content coming your way. With that being said, guys, my name is Nav. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.